They would be on. Yeah.
Okay, it's 9 o'clock. I'm going to call the meeting of the Codington County Commissioners to order. And let's begin with the Pledge of Allegiance. So Brenda, could you please lead us?
To the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Number 2 on the agenda, call for public comment. So public comment can be submitted in person or by telephone at these 2 numbers, 605-882-6248 or 605-882-6297. And if you have a cell phone, please silence it. And if you need to take the call, please step out of the room. Are there any conflict of interest items for any of the commissioners?
No.
None for me. And therefore, action to approve today's agenda.
So moved.
Motion by Van Duzen,
Second.
second by Schwer. Any comments, corrections? Hearing none, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
You'll say no. That motion carries. Number 5, action to approve our minutes from last week.
So moved.
So motion by Johnson,
Second.
second by Waterman. Any corrections, additions, comments? Hearing none, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
We'll say no. That motion carries. Okay. And monthly reports. Auditor.
Good morning, everyone. I am busy in the office working on property tax values for taxes payable in 2023. And also I did receive the school values last week, and I will be going through those and double checking the numbers on that as well. So that's the biggest thing right now. We have an election school coming up that we'll be attending to learn all the new laws that they have put in place for us to do for next year.
So that's mostly dealing with the hand
Hand
count.
count.
So it's going.
The rules
Report.
committee, yeah, they actually had that, was it last week? I listened to that. It took all day. So they went through all the rules and have, that is updated. So we'll also get informed on what the new procedures will be.
Yeah, I look forward to hearing about it. So,
Yes. We'll fill you in.
Okay. Any questions for Brenda? Auditor questions? Okay. Shauna.
Good
Good
morning.
morning.
It is, yeah. What a difference a week makes.
90 degrees to 30. We're good. Okay, so we are nearing our November 1 assessment deadline. So we are continuing to take applications for the assessment programs. Most of their deadlines are November 1st. The appraisers are finishing up their field work for the summer reappraisal. We have most everything completed, only waiting on a couple of appointments. And then a couple of our appraisers actually started the commercial building permits in Watertown and the city limits, just to get some of the bigger buildings, new buildings measured before it gets too cold and snowy. And then we'll be starting our residential ones probably by the end of the month and be doing that for the next couple months. So
Okay.
that's
Always
where we're
busy.
at. Yes,
Questions?
Busy.
busy.
No,
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Thank
Shauna.
you.
All right.
Appreciate it.
thanks.
Shauna.
All right. Next one on the agenda is the action to approve the auditor's account with treasurer and the monthly register of deeds fees.
All right, you have those documents in your packet as well. So it shows at the end of September, the amount in the total in the general ledger. It also has your general ledger cash balances towards the bottom of that. The special revenues, schools, township, cities, those are amounts are allocated out to them every month. And then the next sheet is also just a breakdown of what those amounts are.
By fund.
Yep. And then the register of deeds fees is her total amount at the end of September was, or for September was $32,189.85. Anyone have any?
Move to approve.
questions?
Motion by Van
I'll
Duzen,
second it.
second by Schwer. Any discussion? Any questions? Hearing none, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say no. That motion carries. Action to declare law enforcement vehicles surplus to be traded.
All right.
I think I have
So, yeah, you have that information as well. The vehicle that they're trading in is the 2017 Ford Explorer.
Sheriff, we're on the vehicle. If you want to come up
Yep.
or, yeah. We're moving quick today.
Yeah. Yeah, you did.
You guys should have a copy there. Looking to trade in a 2017 Ford Interceptor for a Charger. They're giving us $5,000 on this one. Has 184,997 miles. This one went a little longer than what we planned because of the time to get the new vehicles in and all that, but they're giving us a very good price, in my opinion.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Motion by Van Duzen, second by Schwer. So this is both to declare surplus and to
Declare surplus.
declare and to be traded. Okay. All right. Any discussion? Any questions? Hearing none, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say no. Okay, that motion carries.
Brad, what's the time frame on the Charger?
It's sitting there right now. That's why
Oh,
we're actually gonna go right after this and we'll do the trade and get rid of one and pick the other one up.
good.
So all the vehicles are in.
All right.
Local government hitting on all.
You don't hear that very often.
Yeah.
They're not
Yeah.
equipped yet though, are they?
Yeah.
Have you got all the lights and everything on them already?
No, we're working, the first vehicle is getting the lights put on. Should be done maybe even last Friday afternoon.
Where do you do that at?
In town here, Brad at Auto Pros.
Hmm,
He does that. So,
Mhm.
Brad Homer.
Yeah,
Good.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Thanks,
Sheriff.
Brad.
All right. Number 9, discussion of possible action to approve allocating LACTF funds to NACO.
So that, yeah, information was in your packets. You don't have to decide necessarily today. You know, a lot. I've seen some email threads coming from other auditors or some counties that have approved that the amount that we received, which we just received our last payment, just last month. So our total is $100,000. So they're doing 1% off from that. NACO was instrumental in helping to allocate those funds. So they're hoping to start a different fund to put these dollars in. So it's up to you. Just kind of so our total contribution would be $1,000.
So this is to set up a National Center for Public Lands Counties.
Yep.
So we received some money and it's like, did we actually receive $100,000?
Yes, we have.
Okay, so
We have that in our fund.
yeah,
Yep.
so they're asking, basically, they talked about this a little bit at the Commissioner Johnson, Commissioner Schwer might remember a little bit at the state convention. Saying that, you know, because of NACO's lobbying efforts, this is how I understand it, because of NACO's lobbying efforts. They got this allocated to counties nationwide, and now they want to establish a center to look after the issue. And they're asking for basically a percentage of, I think 1% of the funds that counties received is basically what they're asking, so they can keep this effort going from their side, from NACO's side. So NACO, for people who are listening, is the National Association of County Officials. So kind of the national level thing that deals with for county commissioners, county officials. So
It is 1%, says one-time payment.
yeah, so one-time deal to get this.
since we received the money already and they do lobby for us. There's no question about that. I'll move to approve.
So we got a motion by Johnson to approve this.
I'll second it.
Second by Schwer. Any discussion?
And that's a one-time
It's a one-time deal.
$1,000.
This is the new
program.
Yeah, it's a new one from NACO side. So
So this is the opening, this is the one-time deal that's gonna open the door for 20 years down the road.
I'm sorry. What do you mean? What do you? Yeah.
Says one-time payment.
Yeah. So
For now.
that's what they're asking for.
chair. What is CTF?
So,
The acronym?
yes,
If I remember
let me get
fast.
that
Yeah,
for
but
you.
that myself.
I know, it is. I just had it.
Everything's an acronym.
Yeah.
Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun. Let me be right back. I got it on my phone. It'll be a lot easier than taking
Yeah.
it back.
I think it's good. That was a good question. Commissioner Van Duzen.
What are you looking
Thank
for?
you.
What the abbreviation is. LACTF.
Oh.
So it's basically, you know, and there was a minimal amount, and we got a minimal amount.
Okay, It stands for Local Assistance and Tribal Consistency Funds. And so counties that have tribal land, you don't receive tax dollars for that. So this is a way of giving back. It's determined on the size of your county and so forth of how much you
And that's
receive.
federal?
That's
Okay.
So it's kind of, it's a little bit like, I'm not exactly sure the difference is, but it's kind of like PILT, which is another federal payment in lieu of taxes thing, so.
Yeah.
So anyway, so since they worked that and got that for us, so I think the issue was PILT was inadequate for a lot of counties, and so NACO went back to Congress and said, okay, you're not helping us here because we can't tax all this federal land in our counties.
Mhm.
We don't suffer from it as much, nearly as much as other counties, say out west or in western states. But where they have very little land that's taxable for property tax purposes. So they have very small tax base. So this is pretty important to some of the western counties. For us, this is kind of a minimal amount that a county can get. I'm not absolutely sure on that, but it's, go ahead, Ray.
I just have a comment. So this money that we receive, we're only getting that once. So like counties out west that have only 50% taxable base, are they getting like federal money every year to help
They
with
get
their
it
budget? Or-
through other programs, So that's how I understand it. And I'm not an expert on the issue. But as I understand, through other programs, they do get regular payments, but NACO thought that those were inadequate, I think, and so they went after this. No, but this is kind of a one-time deal, as I understand it. Again, I don't want to be, I'm not an expert, but
We're very fortunate here. The commissioners that I was visiting with, their landmass, only 14% of it was not tribal land. 14%. Then they said they try to survive on payment in kind, these funds like this, and they said federal government was not keeping up with just like anywhere else.
so maybe that's a good way to think of it, like a catch-up grant, so to speak. So, okay, any other discussion on this one?
And I will determine what sorts of, projects, so forth, that these dollars can be used for, because again, it's federal dollars. I know there's some counties who have allocated it towards salaries, just like we did with our
point.
other funding that we got. So then that is a little bit more of a seamless way of.
Yeah, you want to look for the ways that they're going to be less burden on your staff.
And reporting
Yeah.
and even for you guys,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
I did see that some have used it for that. But there are certain projects that can be allowed for, and I'll get that together for you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Anything else? Okay, hearing none. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
I,
Opposed, say no. Okay, that motion carries. Unusual one. Okay. Next item on the agenda is discussion possible action to enact a burn ban resolution. We're okay on that one. Number 11.
No abatements.
no abatements.
We do have claims, though.
Okay, so I think you sent that out.
Yes.
There, up on the-
I went through, there's nothing other than on page 4. We did have to pay now the second payment to the state for the predatory animal, and that's determined by the number of animals that are in your county. So that amount was $2,529.55. On page 5, the sheriff's budget, you see the 2 vehicles came through, the Charger and the Ram.
Okay,
Going through, there was nothing else that I really noticed that was, might jump out. The total amount of claims is $1,281,684.53. The state pass-through dollars is $669,854.22. So the actual county amount is $611,830.31. Anyone have any questions on any of those claims that you may have noticed that?
should probably pay the bills.
Move to approve.
So motion by Van Duzen,
second,
second by Schwer. Any other questions on the bills? All right, hearing none, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say no. That motion carries. Okay, Action to approve automatic budget supplements.
None of those. Well, without a person.
Personnel changes. A couple of those, I think is.
Yeah.
Well, I don't have them. I don't have them for the electronic version. Oh, no, they're not.
Okay, so you have two personnel changes. One, this is for the jail staff, public safety support. Morgan Brandenburg, effective date of hire would be 10/15/23. This is a new hire at step 3. The rate of pay is $21.71. The second individual is also, this will be a part-time corrections officer in the Codington County Detention Center. Effective date is 10/10/23. David Winnett, step 1, $23.86.
So just those two.
Just those two.
That first one, Morgan, what position is that? Is that a jailer or?
Public safety support tech in the jail. I don't know what her duties exactly are, but it's just public safety tech.
Okay.
Any other questions? Or a motion to approve?
So move.
Motion by Johnson,
Second.
second by Waterman. Any other discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Let's see no. That motion carries. Okay. Travel
Travel
request.
requests. We had several of those. This time, Director of Equalization Office staff will be going to a workshop using the county vehicle. Your expenses are down at the bottom there. Weed and pest will be going to district meetings using a county vehicle. Lodging and meal expenses listed as well. Highway Department staff going to a conference using a county vehicle. Also the same has the different costs listed, and auditor office staff going to election school, county vehicle. And the cost of lodging and meals will be determined. So
Move to approve.
So motion by Van Duzen,
Second it.
second by Schwer. Any other discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Say no, that motion carries. We're moving through this really quickly.
mhm.
Number 16, any public notices for a possible form of commissioners? There's a thing tonight about Ukrainian refugee newcomers and workforce development. That's at the that starts at 4 this evening. That's at the Heritage Theater in the Watertown Event Center. So just I guess that's a possibility.
What time did you say?
That's it, from 4 to 6.
4 to 6.
Yeah, this evening.
We have planning and zoning meeting on the 16th on Monday, but that's always advertised.
Mhm.
But just for everybody's information, if you want to come and sit in on it.
Yeah, pretty exciting.
Yeah,
Sometimes. Yeah.
actually, there is Watertown Development Company.
That's
does
right. Yeah, there's-
Have their annual meeting on Thursday, the 19th.
That's next week.
Yeah, that's.
And
yeah.
I think everybody received an invitation for that. So there could be, they have really good hors d'oeuvres, I know that.
No,
Okay.
it'll be a good meeting.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, no, it's usually very informative. Yeah. All right, anything else?
Costs.
Number 17, old business. Number 18, new business. Okay, anything for the open? I don't think there's any public comment, any commissioner comments. Okay, and then we need to do an executive session. Oh, what?
Wow.
I'm sure we have to. Do it. Homer.
Pass today.
Okay, all right, wow, all right, so no need for an executive session. That brings us to number 21, so.
Move to adjourn.
So motion to.
Second
adjourn by Johnson, second by Schwer, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Say no.
That's gotta be a new record now.
So another.
Yeah, I think it's I think it was.